What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, just a heads up, I want to apologize because I'm a bit under the weather, so this video isn't going to be as long as usually these news videos are. But I am going to go over some new information. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. And to run down some of the highlights in this video, I have details on the upcoming Cavestone Air Jordan 4 dropping in 2025. As well, we have details on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Light Matter Root, which will also drop in 2025. And we have more from Jordan Brand. Also in this video is Nike and Saucony. And now let's jump into the news. Back in August, J-Tips dropped two colorways of the Saucony ProGrid Omni 9, and they did really well. They sold out fast. A lot of people like them, at least that's what it seems like. Now, if you missed out on the drop in August, there will be another chance to purchase. So, a wider release is set to take place on September 20th. They should be available at the Saucony website, and the retail price will be $180 each. For fans of the Nike Jaw 2, the first colorway is set to debut at the end of this month. This pair is known as Induction, and images of the shoe were going around maybe about a month ago, and the reason for that is that Ja Morant was inducted into the Murray State Hall of Fame, and at that time, he was gifted a pair of these shoes. Now, the pair he received came with a special box. It was a wooden box. These won't have them, but it will come housed in the new Nike Jaw 2 box. Now, to go over the pair, they feature shades of blue and cream throughout. As you can see, it features scratch marks across the panels and across the base. So what I'm hearing is that the panels, it's like a mesh overlay. It's very light, and that could be torn away. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that, so I haven't seen them in hand yet, but that's what I'm hearing about this shoe. Now, the pair won't feature any Murray State branding, but it will come with Ja's logo on the tongues. Midnight Series in 12 a.m. lands on the heels. And then we have brown mesh on the tongue and toe box, while a light blue midsole and matching rubber outsole completes the look. Now, if you're interested in picking up this pair, they're going to drop on September 26th, and the retail price will be $120. They will be available on the Sneakers app. I haven't seen other boutiques just yet, but for sure you can grab them on the Sneakers app. We have another pair part of the Orange Label series from Nike Skateboarding, and this pair is known as the Nike SB Dunk Low Saturn Gold. Now, the official colorway on these is Saturn Gold, Cell, Solar Flare, Gumlight Brown, and Safety Orange. Now, in my opinion, this isn't a bad colorway at all. As you can see, it comes constructed with suede and leather, while Saturn Gold covers most of the upper. The swoosh logos on the panels feature leather and it's covered in white. Now, we do have the signature orange swoosh on the tongues, and then the branding on the insoles also features orange. That's a staple in the Orange Label series. And then other details includes a white midsole and a gum rubber outsole. So like I said, these are pretty nice. I like the University Blue pair more, but again, I probably will wind up picking these up as well. Now, as for a release date, this pair is expected to debut summer 2025, and the retail price will be $115. Over the weekend, we received a first look at the Riot Skateshop Nike SB Dunk Low, and in my opinion, this is a very clean colorway. Now, some of the images, they're kind of all over the place with the shading, and some of that might be due to the lighting. But for those that don't know, Riot Skateshop is from Bordeaux, France. So some of the colors used as well as materials will be connected to wine. Now, the official colorway on these is Mahogany, Dark Beetroot, Team Red, Cell, and Night Maroon. Now, on images, what I'm seeing that's different is the swoosh logo. I believe that could be reflective of some sort, because in some photos I'm seeing that it's green, and others I'm seeing that it's like almost a light gold. The images used here feature more of a green hue. Now, what's also cool about these is that they have cork insoles. Again, that's connected to wine. We have Riot Skate Shop's logo, which is a dog, and then Nike SB branding. Now, as for the upper, again, it looks really clean in my opinion. We have a mixture of suede and nubuck. Green lands on the base, and then we have a shade of red used on the overlays. Now, they also come with contrast stitching, and Riot Skateshop's logo will also be used on the tongue. It's actually rubber, and then it'll be stamped by the heels. Other details includes a cell midsole and a red rubber outsole. Again, this is a pair that I'm definitely going to go after. I like them. I think it's clean colorway. And as for a release date, unfortunately, we don't have one, but spring 2025 is when they're expected to drop, and the retail price will be $135. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and they just unveiled official photos of the Air Jordan 12 in black and wolf gray, also known as Barons. Now, one thing I will say about the official images is that the gray used is lighter than in hand. Yes, the gray is still light. I just dropped a short on the showcasing the shoes, so if you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description below. But yeah, the gray used on these in the official photos is a little bit lighter than in hand. So I wanted to give you that heads up. Now, the official colorway on these is black, wolf gray, and white, and they're going to drop on September 28th. They will be available in full family sizing. So we have men's at $200, grade school will cost $160, preschool is priced at $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. So this is something I wanted to inform everybody, and recently I was given the heads up on this. So for those looking forward to buying the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Toe Reimagined, maybe you want to buy them early, this is something that you need to look out for to ensure you're getting an authentic pair. That is, if that's the route you're going and you're paying, these resale prices for a shoe, you definitely want to make sure it's authentic. So initially, and this is months back, we received images of the shoe, and we found out that on the medial side of the shoe, on the ankle, it reads "My Very Best Michael Jordan," and it has a signature. Now, I'm going to show an image of the shoe that we initially saw months ago. Now, as you could see here, the writing, it's raised, and it's raised quite a bit, and it also features a glossy finish. Now, the next photo I'm about to show you is a retail pair. This pair comes from an authentic retailer, and as you can see on this one, there's no glossy finish. It's raised, but not as much. Now, this will be kind of hidden away more than originally anticipated. Now, I am going to include a photo of how it looks with the black light, and as you can see, it really stands out here. So this is just like a PSA, make sure, something you want to look out for. Obviously, the images that were going around initially, I wouldn't trust them, but of course, I want to give you guys the heads up when, something is told to me that could help everybody. I should be having these in hand very soon, so I will be doing like a short video on them as well. I'll have a black light so you guys can see that, but for those that want to grab them, they're going to drop on October 18th. They will be available in full family sizing, so men's is priced at $180, grade school costs $140, preschool is priced at $85, and toddler sizes will cost $70. Now going forward for the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about 2025 releases. This one I probably should have talked about a while ago. It kind of got buried in upcoming releases that I planned on talking about, but this is the Air Jordan 5 known as Earth. This is a women's exclusive release, and shown is just a mock-up. We don't know how it's going to look, but we probably will be getting a first look soon, maybe within a month or so. And the official colorway on these is Earth, Metallic Gold, Cell, and Muslin. Also, I don't know what type of materials that will be used. Pretty much this is just a mock-up just for visual purposes. More than likely they will look different, but the nickname Earth is due to the color description, and that's going to be like a shade of brown, so they'll feature mostly brown throughout, as well as metallic gold details. Now, as most of you know, 2025 will celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Air Jordan 5, and I believe this will be the first Air Jordan 5 to release next year. They're also going to release an Air Jordan 5 part of the Year of the Snake collection, but I believe, off the top of my head, that shoe was going to release maybe a day or two after this one, if everything plays out like it's supposed to. Again, anything could be pushed back. And as for now, the release date on these is January 22nd, and the retail price will be $200. Next up is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Light Matter Root. Now, just as a heads up, this is a mock-up, but what I'm hearing is that it's an accurate mock-up of what's releasing. Now, at the time of recording, I haven't been able to see the shoes. However, according to Sneaker Market RO, these are what the shoes are supposed to look like. Now, this will be another women's exclusive release, and the official colorway on these is Baroque Brown, Light Matter Root, and Cell. Now, breaking down this shoe, they feature Cell across the base. More than likely, they will be constructed with leather. Cell also hits the tongue, laces, ankle, wings logo, toe box, and the midsole. On the overlays, we have Baroque Brown, which also hits the swoosh and the rubber outsole, and then Light Matter Root will accent the tongue branding. Overall, in my opinion, they're decent. It's not something that I'll need to have. Maybe some of you watching may like it, and if you do, let me know down in the comment section below. Now, as for the release date, unfortunately, we don't have one, but this pair is expected to drop fall 2025, and the retail price will be $180. They're also expected to drop in preschool and toddler sizes, but at the time of recording, I don't have the retail price for both of those just yet. We have another Air Jordan 4 set to debut in 2025. This one is supposed to drop in fall 2025, so we got a while away until these release. But this is the Air Jordan 4 Cavestone. Now, the image used is just a mock-up. I have no idea what they're supposed to look like, but if they look like this, I'm definitely picking them up. I think these look great. Now, the official colorway on these is Cavestone, Black, and Moon Particle. And the mock-up done here kind of reminds me of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 4 Friends and Family pair. A little bit. Maybe that's a bit of a reach, but the shoe is expected to feature a brownish hue throughout, kind of like a gray as well. And then they possibly will have black on the eyelets, mesh, heel tabs, tongue label, the midsole, and the rubber outsole. Now, I do hope that the midsole and the rubber outsole looks like this. I like it how it's blacked out. In my opinion, this looks very, very clean. The shoes are also expected to feature the Jumpman on the tongue and heel. More than likely, that will feature Moon Particle, which is kind of like a cell hue. But yeah, overall, I would be happy if they dropped just like this. Now, this pair will debut in men's sizing. I'm not sure just yet if they're going to drop in grade school and below. Now, like I mentioned, fall 2024 is when they're expected to drop, which means a release will take place between June and September. Also, the retail price will be $215. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. If they released just like this, would you buy? And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, I want to apologize on the shorter video. Again, I am feeling a bit under the weather. Plus, there's not a ton of news going around, but I want to keep the consistency going, so I put this video together, scraped up some news because it's been kind of dry. But again, I wanted to get something out, and it's been very important to me to be consistent because I know in the past I haven't been. But I think 2024 I've been pretty consistent, and I would like to keep that track going. Now, as for upcoming videos, I do plan on dropping another news video this week, multiple shorts. I'm going to drop one tomorrow and maybe 2 to 3 more after that. We're just going to have to see. I'm kind of behind. I got a lot of shoes that I recorded. I just need to edit and get that out to you guys. But for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.